What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. How do you see dysfunction in another race? How do you see your dysfunction? And what I mean by that is projection. You know, it's kind of weird when watching something where you had two guys, one black guy, one white guy, and they were the same guy, but in some ways they respected each other because they were the same guy, and in some ways they looked at the dysfunction of each other differently because of the racial aspect. And I find it intriguing and funny because it's a normal thing in American society. So what I mean by what I'm saying is you can go in any comment section of any news story, right? Same type of situation that happens as dysfunctional. And when you look at the comment section, you know, somebody could steal a car and go on a car chase. In that comment section, you have people who, this person's a savage, an animal, they need to get put down, you need to get shot. And then you have another person of the opposite race, and they do the same thing. And it's like, maybe they were going through something. People will be people, maybe, I hope they get help, they get the help they need, or they just lock them up. Don't do nothing crazy. It's not the projection of they need to die. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. And I find it, hypocritical because it's good for me, but it's not good for thee. And what I notice about that is it's kind of, it still has that birth of a nation type of vibe to it, where you see yourself as one thing, but the person on the other side of that racial mirror is the poster child for all of your personal ills. So what I mean is a white drug user might look at a black drug user as a failure. You know what I'm saying? And a black drug user might look at a white drug user as a failure also. But it sucks to have to say it this way. But a white drug user will see everything negative about himself in the form of blackness and not internally. And the black drug user might look at everything in a white guy as a form of, he's a failure because he's white, but not look at himself internally. And you start seeing, okay, this is what's going on. Because you got white people saying we are worse human beings or less than human beings for doing things that are synonymous with white culture. And you got black people doing things that are dysfunctional, looking at white people like, if I was white, it wouldn't be that bad. So how come I can't do what you do? Because if you do it, it ain't that bad. And it's the same action. They're both trifling. Now you got this this America that's split when it comes to responsibility, consequences, and so on and so forth. So we know the double standards always exist. But the double standard also exists in the mirror, And I find it interesting because what winds up happening with people is Christianity is a funny thing. I say it like that. Religion in America is a funny thing because we can't look at God or Jesus or any of the people in the Bible through a lens other than white. Because if we look at them, and they were not white, and that's a known fact. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, if we were to look at them as what they look like, it'll really destroy the American mind for the majority population, because that would mean wow, like these people are good and these people are bad. And what I mean by that is Jesus was more black, Semitic, which is Hebrew, which was Semitic, which is an person who spoke Afro-Asiatic language. So either he was African or mixed between African and Middle Eastern. That's what he was, right? That's what the people in the Bible were. But the people who spread the message were crusaders, or were white people who were killing people. You don't believe in Jesus, you got to die. So when it looks like when you look in the mirror of race, you got these white people who view us as crusaders mentally, and us as black people view white people as righteous, like, you know, Jesus and the apostles, disciples, whatever you want to call it, and the people in that time period, well, they're not. So you got this weird, I'm going to let these evil righteous people go for doing wrong, and then you got this, I'll never let these evil unrighteous people go dynamic. And it's funny because the older you get, you can see it play out in people's minds over and over and over again. And you know, they know this is crazy, but in a weird self-preservation way, they decide to go with the idiocy, the idiocracy. You know what I'm saying? The idiot ideology that, you know what? To make me feel better, I'm just going to keep rolling with this. And it's like, oh, okay. All right. All right. Do whatever you got to do, but it's stupid. But that's it on this one. Catch y'all on the next one. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace.